Today, I'm going to talk about my arthritis and how it affects my sewing. Welcome, ID Sewing and DIY related content. And today's video is going to be different than really anything we've done before. And it's more of a little sewing chit chat video. I am in the process of sewing a hair bow right now, which I have a full pattern on my Etsy store, and there's a YouTube video for this. But I wanted to sew one for spring, and I thought that this could be a good time just to talk a little bit about my arthritis and different ways that I work around it, especially when it comes to sewing. I know some of you have asked questions as well, and so we'll just use this time to really talk about everything that comes with it. So grab whatever project you're working on and let's begin sewing together. Now, before we really get into it, remember I am not a medical professional, and if you do have arthritis, be sure to talk to your doctor about your specific kind. There's actually a lot of different kinds of arthritis. I'm not going to get too in depth on the type that I have, but I do know there's lots of different ones, and it does mostly for me affect my hands. Now, for how the arthritis plays a role, I love to sew. As you can tell, I have lots of different videos on sewing, and it is something that I do have to think about whenever I am starting a new project. Just a lot of different things, such as what tools am I going to use, how am I going to do my time management, and so I'm going to try to talk about all of those different things today. So, for my arthritis in particular, it affects mostly my upper body. So, as you can see, it affects my hands. So, specifically, like the joints in my fingers, my knuckles, my actual hands themselves, and then my wrist and my elbow. And it is symmetric, so it is on both sides. So now because of this, and it is in my hands, and obviously use your hands a lot for sewing, that has been a really big struggle for me trying to figure out how am I going to keep sewing. So one way that I do that is through the compression gloves. So I know that I'm only wearing one here. I lost the other one, and to be honest, I really do try to focus a lot of the time on like my dominant hand, which is my right hand, and that's where this glove is on right now. So I do try to make sure that I am using some sort of compression glove on that hand. And if I'm doing a lot of computer work, I would wear both of my compression gloves at the same time, since I do have another set as well. I have found though that these have been the biggest help are the compression gloves, just because they kind of keep everything, like tighter. It helps reduce some of that swelling that can come up, and it helps to keep them from not being as stiff and sore. I know for a while, especially when I had first been told about the arthritis, I was trying to sew just as I normally would, like for hours at a time, and that was not doable, as it would just make it so that I would be so sore that evening and then the next day, and I wouldn't be able to do any more sewing. So I've really had to break it up where I'm doing little segments of sewing, I guess you could say, and then that has helped me a lot. So since now we have this done, I'm going to go and actually do some sewing. So besides that actual time management portion, especially when it comes to trying to plan out how long I'm going to sew, the other big thing that I've noticed is cutting out fabrics is so difficult and so time consuming. And I know that this is actually a question that I was asked on Threads as well, is how do I do a lot of my cutting out of fabrics? So as you can see, these are the normal scissors I use, these like Fisker, the orange handle. I really like them. I did get a pair of these like ergonomic scissors from Singer. I found that they just don't stay as sharp as well. And then for most of my quilting, I do use a rotary cutter right now. So this is like a Fisker. It's supposed to be like an ergonomic one too. I really like it, but I am investigating getting one of those like AccuQuilt cutters because it looks like it would be so helpful. I'm sort of saving up my money for that right now. So I do think I want to switch to that in the future. But for right now, I just always wear the compression glove, and then I use the rotary cutter or the scissors, the Fisker scissors, because they do work really nicely. Another thing that has really helped with my sewing and arthritis is really trying to stick to the items that are a priority to me. So especially when I do have a bad day and things do hurt, I try to keep going with the items that are most important. So I love to sew. I also, even before I had gotten my, learned that I had arthritis, I was really into exercise. So I love to run. And I do know that that exercise is something that can help your joints, specifically strength training. So I would 100% say that I'm still a beginner in that, as I am nowhere near, like where some people are in their strength training journey. But there's a lot of really good resources online. On my Instagram, and then here I'll link a couple that I have watched that do a little bit of strength training ideas. I find that it does help my joints a little bit, and then I have gotten stronger in the process. So I do try to make sure that I'm sticking with some sort of exercise and movement each day, whether that's just walking, that may be walking in weights. If it's a good day, I will run. I'm also trying to be better about not just running, as I do know that, just running isn't always the best for you. You want to split it up. And then I will go back to, especially with exercise, I made a vision board at the very beginning of this year in like January timeframe. And on that vision board, I specifically had images of like strength training, I had somebody running, and I really tried to have that be something that I would work on this year. And I do think that it has been working pretty well to give me that reminder of, like we need to do some sort of movement. I really need to do better about incorporating weights. I find strength training a little bit boring, so it's hard for me to do it. Like, I just want to go outside and run. So, I have been trying to do a lot better about incorporating that into my schedule, working that into whatever type of exercise I'm doing to hope down the road that, like it can help strengthen my joints and my muscles and just like help in the end. Now, besides that, on my vision board, I did also have a picture of I wanted to start like playing the piano more. And this kind of goes a little bit more to that prioritization idea because that's been something that I did try, but it just didn't really work out to do for me. My goal was that I was going to play twice a week and then I was going to do about 15 minutes. But with the sewing, with working, with having to make sure I'm incorporating exercise in there just wasn't enough time. But also, I found that the piano was sort of hurting my fingers, so I'm just not at the point to do that. So I would say that this is also just something that I've learned that I feel like is probably pretty apparent, but if not, be sure that you're listening to your joints for what is good and what's not good so that you're not harming them in any way. Now, another thing that was on my vision board specifically related to my arthritis was trying to incorporate more self-care. So, in this sense, just trying to be a little bit more delicate and gentle with myself. So, if I was having a bad day or if things were hurting, taking that time to rest and not feel necessarily bad about it, that like I could be doing more sewing or, I could have gone for a longer run, something along those lines. So, I feel like for me, when I think of self care, it's more of things that I like to do that are a little bit relaxing. So, as an example, I have like these little eye masks that I had gotten from Amazon. I'll include a link in case you're interested to see what they look like. But I think when it comes to, like resting your joints or figuring out something that just helps you relax, that can be incredibly useful. I know that one of the triggers, especially for my arthritis, is stress. So if there's a lot going on that feels like it's outside of my control, of course, it's very hard to kind of understand and let your body just like not feel stressed about it. But I do know that is one of the things that makes mine worse. So I feel like having that time to just sort of like decompress, whether that is using the eye mask or I'm sitting and like there's like a candle going someplace and just kind of like watching YouTube videos, that can be a fun way for me to just not have to worry about doing something and also just give my hands a little bit of a break, since that is where I do feel like I get the most sort of flare ups from, is in my hands, and then I can feel like in my hands and wrists. So I would highly recommend that. I also like to use different types of lotions, so my skin can be really dry. So I use like a CeraVe during the day, but then I also have like fun smelling ones. So my mom had gotten me this for Christmas. I really like how this smells, and then there was a second one too. So these are just like fun for me to use right before bed as something else to kind of wind down. Besides the lotions though, I am a big fan of heat, so anything that is like warm on my joints. So here I'm going to kind of pull this back a little bit so you can see. This is like this microwavable mitten, and basically you put it on your hand and then it helps like provide warmth to your hand and your wrist. It actually is weighted as well, so it's pretty heavy, but it just feels so nice. So I microwave it for about a minute and a half for one. It does come with two, so if you're using both at the same time, it's also a way that like you're not going to be able to do anything else because your hands are in the mittens. It is a washable cover, so you can take this blue part off and wash it. I've already bought like a second one of these, so that it does come in like a pack of two, but a big fan of those. And then I do have like one of these, I think it's like called like warmies. Yes, like warmies. So it's just like something else that you can microwave. I really like this as well, kind of like a almost like a hug type thing. Like you can just hold it and it warms up really nicely. So I feel like this is really fun, especially for me to like kind of put on my fingers. Both of these though, I use this mitten probably every night. And even if my hands aren't that bad during the day, I just feel like it's a really nice touch and something that I'm able to use and just kind of make me feel a little bit better because the warmth does feel so good. Now, I'm fortunate that I don't have like the nodules on my fingers, but I do know that I have a family member who does, and she also really likes the heat for that. So if you're somebody who does suffer with that, I would say maybe look into like the heat methods as well. I know for a lot of these items that I've been trying to help with my arthritis, it really is just trial and error to see what works and what doesn't. I've tried those electric hand massagers before, and it was okay. I found that sometimes they hurt a little bit more than what I would have wanted them to, so I don't really use that too often. I've also tried different compression gloves where it's almost more of like an athletic feel material. I didn't really like those. I know some of them will come with almost like a rubberized bottom, so it's easier to hold things, but I wasn't a fan of those. I really like how these gloves, it really just feels like a cotton material that's soft. So that's why I go with these ones. But again, a lot of it's trial and error and really depends on what your needs are and what you like for your own arthritis and your own needs. A lot of this, as you know, I've kind of said the whole time, it's very independent on you. So finding the schedule that works for you, determining what are your priorities. So if sewing and quilting are really important to you as they are to me, figuring out, like what is that length of time you're able to do it for, and then taking that break to rest and then going back to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, we got our little bow done. I think it looks so fun and so cute. It's going to be perfect for spring. And this was just the right length of time for a project for me to do, where now I can go rest my hands. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the items that I talked about today, and I'll include a link below in case you want to look them up yourselves. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.